Hey everyone, welcome to Nice Tea. My name is T, and Alpha is ready for Ironsworn Starforged for Foundry. So we are going to give you a quick tour of everything that's going on and how to set it up and how to get started. And right now, the system is you're going to have to install the JSON manually until we get it over into Foundry's lists of systems. But for the to start out with, you just put the link provided, copy paste that into here, click install. It'll just go ahead quickly install it, download all your assets, and then it'll be ready to go. I've already got it here, so I don't need to keep going on that process. So when you go into the game world, just create your world. It's under Ironsworn Starforged. So we are going to set that up, create it, and give it a launch. Now, when you first go in the system, there's some preparation that it's doing. Every time you refresh or go in here, it's going to look in the tables folders for the directory structure that's provided, as well as the tables. I'm not going to go into the details here. We'll just save this for another video, but suffice it to say, you can add tables to everything that is bracketed just by dropping more tables into these. So if you've got more actions and themes that you want to add, pop the tables in there, create a table of another 100 themes, pop it in there, or randomly choose from all the tables within the bracketed folders when it looks for content in there during the generation process of all the scripted generators that we have in here. I will also provide a script. I don't think the macro I put in here yet. I'll put the macro in here that gives you a template to build off of so you could have access to any of the folders just by changing the folder name in the top of the script. Um, so yeah, if you want to if you want to add a whole bunch of new planet names, you can just drop more folders in there and away you go. Um, I'll go into more detail on this in another video further down the road, but suffice it to say, I consolidated this down to two folders so it's a little bit easier for you to manage. So you don't have to worry about, and if you ever need to redo anything, you can just delete this and then refresh the page and it'll reload all the folders back into the system and the tables. Anyhow, on to better things. I'm going to turn on Dice So Nice real quick. And we'll leave the pink dice. That's fine. First thing you want to do once the system is ready to go is just click create character. So we will create Amazon. We'll set her up real quick. We'll give you a little tour of the character sheet in a moment, but we're going to switch the character sheet. Click the sheet button up there, the sheet link. Oh, it's already open. And then change to the default or the dashboard plus sheet. Dashboard sheet is just a nice version that you can hide away, since most of your roles you do from here, typically do from there anyway. But we will switch over to the Dashboard Plus sheet because the Dashboard Plus sheet contains all your creation tools. How this works is sector. We're going to start by generating a random sector, or we can choose terminus, outlands, or expanse. So if I don't choose a direct one, it'll choose a random one, but if you click the top. The same goes with settlement. You can choose random one or specifically deep space orbital planet side. And derelicts and precursors have that same functionality. Planet, starships, NPCs, creatures, locations do not. The first thing we're going to do, however, is click your truths. As long as, if you go to the journal section, as long as there's no Your Truths folder in there, click on Your Truths. It will populate, give you all the information. It'll roll these up randomly. So you can go and read about your version of the Forge. You can go in and to all these, of course, and change them however you like. So you can see if, as long as that folder's there, it's not going to recreate anything. But if I delete it, it'll regenerate everything, a whole new version of your truths. On to starting your starting sector. We're going to choose we'll just choose a terminus sector. I could choose a random one, but it will automatically generate your sector map. Give you a nice background image and your hex grid. From here, we can start adding planets or settlements. I typically start with planets. Now we should note in the actor section, all these are actors. So you will find that whatever sector that was just generated, it will create a folder, and everything that's created in this sector will appear in this folder. You could actually take the image out of the star if you wanted to as well, and give it some color. Let's say this is a blue star. We can give it a little scale up so it's a little bigger on there. And actually in here, you can also give it some animation, which is kind of a fun little side effect of all this. But now you got your glowing star. At this point now we want to start doing some planets and settlements. Now you can see all this information is generated from the tables. You can go in here. You could still generate your sector manually by rolling on all the tables as well. Just come in and get rid of these items in the journal. And there's also a notes one down here, so you can add stuff to both sections. But that this dossier is consistent with everything that's generated in here, with the exception of your truths. So you'll have these two sections. You have a generated section and a notes section. So we're going to start by creating a planet. And you can see one was randomly placed on the map. You can put it anywhere you like. It'll produce all the information. This is the link back to the sector if you need to open the sector map or the sector dossier. This planet happened to draw a planet-side settlement, so we will create a planet-side settlement, and we'll just drop it right next to it. Settlement information again is all created. We'll drop an orbital in this area. We didn't want an orbital, but we'll leave it in there anyway. We do wanted a deep space one. So again, you can leave these where they're randomly generated, but you can also space them up a little bit. So we need another planet for that orbital. Okay. So now we got three settlements that we can go in, review all the data from, and effectively at this point we're ready to start playing. Once you understand the character sheet, then everything is normal. So you can still play from this character sheet. But let's give you a tour of this real quick. The first tab is your Legacies tab, which you have your quests, discoveries, and bonds, and your background file. I have to add the edit button for the background file so you can edit this, and I apologize it's not in there yet, but it's an easy fix and I'll get that updated soon. You can click progress on these items, and every time for the legacies, every time you advance, fill up one box, you get your 2 experience points. The exception is once we fill this all the way to 10, because these can lap. So when you go to 10, the plus 10 light is clicked, and then this gets reset, and then every box you fill from this point on is 1 point. Okay. That covers the legacies and background bound in a nutshell. Assets. Your starting assets will be in your compendium. I will break these out. I will do that next. Break these out into their own categories. But you just drag them off of here and drop them right onto your character sheet. She's an explorer, I think. No, she's a navigator. So just grab the ones, throw them out there, and then you can click on them and expand on them. These asset sheets I'm doing a rework on these, so they're not completely, like the track isn't shown here. You can see the tracks inside here. This is where you edit the information that you want to, like when you want to upgrade these items. You can, change all the names right in line here, but as far as like the structure and so my symbiote, let's say I go to +3 health, add the track there, and then I'm here. Oh, quiet. We got a talker. That's pretty much the assets and covers that real quick. It's pretty self-explanatory. You can delete them and edit them. Challenges. Challenges are empty to begin with. You just click on challenges at the top. You can see this is the only one that's a button at the top. So you click on challenges, it will add the challenge. From this point, you can change your challenge type. Journey to Earth. So we will make this a expedition. We'll set the difficulty, and then we can close it up, and then we can do everything right from here now. Progress is the same way. Progress chart fills up. When you're ready to fulfill your vow, you just click fulfill. And your generation week hit. So we can mark that complete. It moves over to the completed section. The only thing you can do in the completed section is uncheck it. So if you need to delete it to clean space, to conserve some space if you wanted, you just uncheck that and then click delete here. Otherwise, create your challenges all that you want. They're organized by type. I think vows go first, combat second, and then I'm not sure on the exact order of things. Maybe at some point I'll be able to support to instill, so you can drag and drop them, so you can prioritize them however you like. Maybe give 2 sections, high priority, low priority, something that you can do, but that's a quality of life thing that isn't necessarily necessary now. And again, everything you want to do when you want to edit it, just click on edit, change everything in here, and close it up, and it'll change everything on there. Completed, it's no different, except it just gives you a list of all your completed vows so you can track them. Moves. These are all the moves in the system. Some of these on the background side of things, they're all in here. But on the background side of things, I am doing a going through them, and where's my combat? I'm gonna give them some. I have to go through and put in links on all these items so you can roll right from here. But other than that, you can still obviously roll from your character sheet above, but all your moves are listed here. So again, these will all get links, but at this time they do not have all them. Journal is just an empty journal that you can play stuff. Statistics, if you have this record button listed, checked and lit up, it's going to record stats of your rolls, of your skill rolls and your progress rolls, and when you burn momentum. So anytime I roll the dice, it will clock everything and update that as much as you like. I do want to, I'm going to include a clear button here. It's not in here currently, or maybe I'll just turn the statistics button. If you click statistics, it'll clear all your stats, but it's not in here right now. So if you want to do like, see how you record your session stats each time and then see if the dice gods hate you or not. That's a quick tour of the tabs. As far as gameplay goes, that is everything can be done. You could always turn on, although it's a little bit cumbersome looking at them in here. The moves are in here, but you can look at them through here. But if you know the game as well, you could always have the book open or a PDF open. But the moves are on the character sheet. I typically like a smaller footprint on here instead of the big character sheet, but that is all your choice. You can just roll everything from the system, do all your fun role playing, and that's about it. That is a crash course. One of the things I like to do when I generate all this stuff, the starting settlement, the starting sector, I'm not so concerned about typically, but I don't have to know anything about these planets until I approach them, and I can actually create like I think I just have a, oh, I have to switch over to my other character sheet. Sorry, hold on. I could actually, I have a, put a starship thing in here for you. Under resources, starship, so I could actually put my presence on the board as well. Um, but I'm planning on using some house rules, for this, but like until I get a certain distance away, I'm not allowed to reveal some of this. Now, down the road, a lot of these things in here, like derelicts and especially derelicts and um, precursor vaults, they're going to have their own tools on this dashboard that can generate further content. All that stuff is not implemented yet. So on those things, you'll have to manually roll on the tables when you're getting precursor opportunities and stuff like that. All those features are not in yet, but all the tables are. So you can still roll on them, create some macros as necessary. But what I plan on doing is like having some house rules on like distances, on what constitutes um, formidable, dangerous, up to epic exploration. So this might be an epic, I'm sorry, epic expedition. Something like that might be an epic expedition because it's so long, whereas that might be uh, whatever the third one is. I can't think of it right now. One thing I like to do as well, which is a little trick from the I could use the stealth ones. For your connections to settlements or planets or wherever your gates are, just use walls from the system, and you can mark your exits or whatever, however you want to do it. Just when you turn off when you're off that layer, you can't see them, so just be aware of that. And you can, I believe you could use shapes as well. I think it's a little tricky to use. Oh no, you could use. Oh, is that gonna let me? Yeah, you could use the lines like that. I think there's a weird thing with Foundry. Sometimes they always don't. Um, like if you leave the scene and come back, but those you can actually see on the sheet then. So maybe those are a better option for you. You have a little more control. Um, I think that's that covers really the gist of everything. It's just a matter of getting them in there and testing it out and playing it. So um, I will leave a link, as I said, to the JSON file. I will leave a link to my Discord channel so you can come in and leave comments there and questions and concerns. And you can also comments, and concerns in the comments below as well. So thank you all. This has been a long road. This has been a fun road. So we are just out of the gate now, and we've got a lot still more to come with this. There's some real cool features I still want to add. Um, but other than that, please enjoy. Um, Again, anything, if you see any bugs or anything, please let me know. See any misspellings, stuff like that, let me know in the comments or on Discord, and I will get them addressed. But until then, thank you so much, and have fun. Peace.